Hi everybody, this is Tayson, Rockefeller Teton Valley Realty. I am here in the Leigh Meadows development en route to 609 Leigh Meadows Road in Tetonia, Idaho, courtesy Coldwell Banker Mountain Properties. This development is comprised of a number of ponds that serve as both open space and beauty and take advantage of the community's water rights and provide a fire suppression storage water pond here near the entry as well. The community is comprised of, I would say, no more than a couple of dozen sites, and as you can see, it's starting to build out now as we're in the back of the community heading east towards the front and towards the home that we're going to be looking at today. And you can kind of get a sense of the neighborhood as it builds out here, as well as some of the community ponds. They're a little harder to see from kind of ground level, but you can see some of these in the distance as we pass by, so I'll just kind of keep you pointed out. I will also point out that we have chip sealed roads or paved roads here all the way up to the entry of the development. So anyway, if I can drive and film at the same time here, you can see the cattails and the edge of that pond there in the distance. So we're pulling up to the home now. I'll give you a quick overview of the home from the exterior and then we'll get you inside. Just one second. Okay, I'm here in the driveway and you can see some of those homes that we drove past on the way up here to the front of the development from the back. There's a few more condensed ponds here surrounding this home, and those are in the open space, but it really provides for a feeling of much more square footage, acreage, than what is here. The actual lot is 1.3 acres, but again, with that open space, you get much more open space than you might otherwise feel if you were in kind of a regular subdivision that was just blocked out. A couple of things. I remember this build actually really well from when it was put together. You can see this is more or less kind of a thick buffalo board. It's really well installed. It has more of an opaque stain on it. It should be long lasting. It's held up extremely well. The house isn't that old. You can see kind of a clad window product, wood inside. So higher end finishes all the way around. This is the formal entry. Again, I think it's exactly 2,111 feet according to the records that I have. Not huge, but it has everything that you need, and if you're not looking for something overwhelming, it's an extremely comfortable space. Again, you can see the quality, the attention to detail with some of these finishes, kind of pocket sliders on both sides of this office entry. You can see the way that you have this trim detail put together. If I can get you in a spot where you can see how well this is put together. Before I take you off to the bedroom wing of the house, so to speak, I'll take you into the living area. You can see that perfectly framed four-peak Teton view, and then the pond here in the distance. These are lined ponds in the Leigh Meadows community. Actually, I have some wildlife out there as well, and fed by water rights here from likely one of the Leigh Creeks, which would make sense. Large dining area with a serving area. Overhang on the countertops, granite of course. These floors appear to be hickory, and I'm actually thinking that the trim is as well, but I could be wrong on that. Cabinetry appears to be the same. That is one of the signatures of this builder, at least when he was building a number of homes there in the valley, and he still does. Powder room. And mud room. I'll take you through that here in just a second. Just briefly, while we're still here in the kitchen, I'll point out the corner pantry is a little larger than you expect. Tile backsplash. And plenty of storage. This is a coat closet off of the already oversized mudroom. Serves as the laundry as well. Upper cabinets. This is a mechanical, so everything is above grade. Even though we're on a crawl space here, everything's accessible. So a forced air system, water softener, and 2 water heaters. The way that they've put this together is all very accessible, easy to access for maintenance, and very well organized. The attached garage is oversized. These appear to be oversized doors, extra ceiling height, as you can see with the shelves, which would likely be included in the sale, and then access out the back as well, so a little bit deeper, plenty of room here, exactly as intended. You can see the added storage shelves, workbench, and freezer. Okay, back through the main living areas of the home, and then I'll take you outside and walk around the exterior, at least take you out on the back deck. Propane fireplace, room for a TV on the side, and then not taking away from those view windows. This is the best orientation, in my opinion, including the outdoor entertaining space, which I'll talk about here in a moment. All of these exterior decks are more or less east facing, which provides morning sun and afternoon shade. That's absolutely the right way to do it here in Teton Valley. Here in the primary suite, you can see tile finishes, clawfoot tub, walk-in shower, Euro glass, water closet. Everything is absolutely dialed in this home. And then walk-in closet, kind of like the pantry. It's a little bigger than you would have expected as you walk past the closed door. Hall closet serves as a guest coat closet, so to speak. And then access to 2 bedrooms and a shared bath, currently being used as an office, which makes sense. Closets appear to be ample for guest bedrooms and spaces. And then this second bedroom, usually these are a mirror of one another. Not necessarily the case here. These are really built to expand on all of the square footage, which was taken advantage of. So again, a little over 2,000 feet. This home does it well, including the guest bathroom. Remember, we have that powder for guests out in the main living area, but this is oversized. Certainly larger than a typical 5-foot wide bathroom that you would see as a guest bathroom. So more of a luxury finished space in every regard. Obviously including that primary office as well. One second, I'm going to take you outside. I'm going to grab my shoes. So I am just outside of the living room door here. There are 4 access points to these outdoor entertaining spaces. One off of the living, one off of the dining, out the garage. Hi, Amy. Hi there. And then off of the primary bedroom. This is a perfect orientation for that afternoon shade, as I mentioned, but also we're out of the prevailing wind. So kind of this northeast corner should be very protected for the elements, which is exactly what you want for your grilling porch. And then finally, they've done a great job covering all of these spaces as well, so they can be really enjoyed year-round. That morning sun is always welcome here in Teton Valley in the winter months, really year-round for what it's, for all intents and purposes. Again, low maintenance, well maintained. All of the siding looks great. Lower steel holds up well, and then they've held that stone off of where it would otherwise be in the snow and elements. So again, perfect orientation, great exterior finishes, well maintained, and well positioned in the community because you don't have anybody in front of you, as you can see with the pond here. And ponds generally don't grow trees, so those trees in the distance there are on the berm. And because we're so elevated with the way this home was constructed, you should have a very protected view of your Tetons here as well. Well out in the distance. Again, Tayson Rockefeller, Teton Valley Realty, 208-709-1333. Tayson at TetonValleyRealty.com. Thanks for watching.